Is that unexpected bill staring you down and payday feels like it's light years away? You're not alone. In today's fast-paced world, financial needs can pop up at the most inconvenient times. Maybe your car needs an urgent repair, or perhaps there's a limited-time opportunity you don't want to miss. Whatever the reason, the question of accessing your earned wages before the traditional payday is becoming increasingly relevant. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. Specifically, the world of Zayzoon and the crucial question, is there a fee to access your hard-earned money through their platform? Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of Zayzoon's potential fees, let's take a step back and understand why services like Zayzoon are gaining traction. For generations, the standard bi-weekly or monthly pay cycle has been the norm. You work for a set period, and then you receive your compensation. But life doesn't always operate on these rigid schedules. Unexpected expenses can arise, creating a gap between your immediate needs and your next paycheck. This is where earned wage access, or EWA, platforms like Zayzoon come into play. These platforms offer a solution by allowing employees to access a portion of the wages they've already earned but haven't yet been paid. Think of it as bridging the gap between paychecks, providing a safety net for those unforeseen circumstances. It's not a loan. It's access to money you've already worked for. This can be a significant benefit, potentially helping individuals avoid high-interest payday loans or late payment fees. So, how does Zayzoon fit into this landscape? Zayzoon is a platform that partners with employers to offer their employees on-demand access to their earned wages. The core idea is simple. You work a day, and a portion of those earnings becomes available to you before your regular payday. This can provide a crucial lifeline for employees facing unexpected financial needs. Now, let's circle back to the burning question. Does Zayzoon charge a fee for this service? This is a critical point for anyone considering using an EWA platform. After all, the goal is to access your money conveniently, not to incur significant costs in the process. Based on our research, Zayzoon typically operates on a transaction fee model. This means that when an employee chooses to access their earned wages before payday, they may be charged a small, flat fee for the transaction. It's important to note that this is generally a per-transaction fee, not a recurring subscription or interest charge like you might find with traditional loans. The exact amount of this transaction fee can vary. It might depend on factors such as the amount of money being accessed or the specific agreement between Zayzoon and your employer. For example, you might encounter a fee in the range of a few dollars for accessing a portion of your wages. To get the most accurate information about the specific fees associated with your employer's Zayzoon program, the best course of action is to check directly within the Zayzoon app or consult the information provided by your employer during the onboarding process. It's crucial to understand the difference between these transaction fees and the often exorbitant interest rates associated with payday loans. EWA services like Zayzoon are generally designed to be a more affordable alternative for accessing funds between paychecks. The transparency of a small, upfront transaction fee can make it easier to understand the cost involved compared to the potentially hidden fees and high interest rates of some other short-term financial solutions. However, even with relatively small transaction fees, it's essential to use EWA services judiciously. Regularly accessing your wages before payday can add up over time, and while the individual fees might seem small, frequent use could impact your overall financial well-being. It's always a good practice to consider whether the need is truly urgent and to budget effectively to minimize the need for early wage access. Beyond the transaction fees, it's also worth considering if there are any other potential costs associated with using Zayzoon. For instance, are there limits on the number of times you can access your wages early within a pay period? Are there maximum amounts you can withdraw at any given time? These are important details to be aware of to fully understand the cost and limitations of the service. Again, this information is usually readily available within the Zayzoon platform or through your employer's HR department. The beauty of Zayzoon's model lies in its integration with employers. This partnership allows for a seamless and secure way for employees to access their earned funds. The amount available for early access is typically based on the hours you've already worked and your hourly wage. This ensures that you're only accessing money you've genuinely earned. Furthermore, Zayzoon often provides additional financial wellness tools and resources within their app. These might include budgeting tips, educational articles on personal finance, and other features designed to help employees manage their money more effectively. While these additional resources might not directly involve fees for accessing wages, they contribute to the overall value proposition of the platform. It's also important to consider the speed and convenience offered by Zayzoon. When an unexpected expense arises, waiting for the next payday might not be feasible. Zayzoon typically offers near-instant access to your funds, often through direct deposit to your bank account or onto a debit card. This speed and convenience can be invaluable in time-sensitive situations. To summarize the key point about fees, while Zayzoon generally charges a small transaction fee for accessing your earned wages early, it's crucial to understand the specific fee structure associated with your employer's program. This information is usually available within the Zayzoon app or provided by your employer. Remember to use EWA services responsibly and consider the long-term implications of frequent early withdrawals. In conclusion, the answer to whether there's a fee to access your wages on Zayzoon is typically yes, in the form of a small transaction fee per withdrawal. However, this fee is generally intended to be significantly lower and more transparent than the costs associated with traditional short-term borrowing options. By understanding these fees and using the service responsibly, Zayzoon can be a valuable tool for managing unexpected financial needs and providing greater financial flexibility between paychecks. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.